Hi, this is Ennis from Never Stop Trucking. Today we are gonna talk about carrier databases that we offer. Emra and I have been working very hard on this. Actually, he's been working way more than I did, but together we are presenting this updated carrier databases to you. And then also we're working on more things, so hopefully we will be able to introduce those things as well. Also in this live stream, I will also be answering your potential questions about trucking and dispatching. So if you have any questions, you can ask them and we can answer them later. Hi, Malik, and welcome. So, like I said, I will talk about these carrier databases that we offer. Hi, Said. And also, if you have any questions, you can ask them in the chat and I'll try to answer them. But before we go there, I want to show you the carrier databases that we offer. So, this is what they are right now. This is on the website neverstoptruck.in. And if you go to home, and then you can see it right here on the home page. Or if you go up to trucking databases, it is searchable databases here. And what these databases do is they give you access to carriers. And it's a great way of contacting them and recruiting them to work with your dispatching company. And then also what's brand new right now is the revoked authorities list. And I will be talking about that in a minute. So generally, if you don't know what these databases are, we also have frequently asked questions right here. And it will tell you like what is the new carriers authority database, what is the regular database, and then also the brokers, revoked authorities. Everything is explained here. So I know a lot of dispatchers are still doing cold calling, and everyone is saying that this is the most effective thing that they can do. It takes a lot of time, but still it gives you the best results. If you have the patience to do that, of course, you should also try social networks, email lists, talking directly to owner operators if you have access to them here in the United States, or maybe even getting recommendations from the ones you're already dispatching. All right. And in this carrier database that we offer, we have new carriers. Those are the brand new carriers that just got their authority, and they're updated every business day with FMCSA. And we get those databases and then we convert them. Actually, Emra does all of that. He puts them into the existing database that we have. And now we can proudly say that the new carriers database goes from today back almost 2 years now. For every day, we have all these new authorities from today back to almost 2 years. And they include the phone numbers for these carriers, and you can contact them and try to get them to work with you. And they're updated every business day. So Emra updates it every business day. You have a fresh batch of new authorities there. Carrier database, that's the next one. That's the one where we have 2 million records, and it goes back 40 years or so, goes back from the very beginning when they started recording these carriers, and you have access to all of them. And what's nice about these include their emails. All right. Also, the new I should mention the new carriers database is downloadable, so you can download them. You can download it as a CSV file, as an Excel file, or as a PDF, and you can extract it and you use it any way you want. But they're also searchable, and I'll show you that in a moment. Same thing with freight brokers. We have almost 30,000 records right now, and these are all active freight brokers, and it includes their names and contacts and all of that. And what's brand new is the revoked authorities. Now this one is I think a game changer for a lot of people. Many recruiters did not know this. This is kind of like a well-kept secret. So if you're new to this, you probably don't know it. The more experienced know about revoked authorities. FMCSA will also put out a list of revoked authorities, and these are the carriers that had their authorities active, and now they're either revoked or canceled, discontinued, or they're getting a notice that they're going to be discontinued from FMCSA. And what's really interesting right now, that right now this list is much, much bigger every day than what it used to be, let's say, a year ago. A year ago, there were only like 300 or 400 revoked authorities each day. Right now, there is almost 1,500 of these revoked authorities each day. Now, keep in mind, sometimes they will repeat, like when they get a discontinuous letter or the final decision letter. So sometimes they will have them listed there as in more days, all right? But roughly around 1,500 authorities every day, which is crazy. Now, what can you do with this list? Now, if you are a recruiter for your own company, you're trying to find new carriers, new owner-operators, even if you work for someone else, because I know there are professional recruiters out there that find owner-operators for specific companies that they work with directly, and they get paid per driver, per owner-operator, or per company driver when they're once they find that driver and the driver starts driving for that company, they get paid. All right, so it's a flat fee. Now, what's nice about this, that if you're one of those, you can go back, and then also I should mention that EMRO also filters these. So these are filtered to 5 trucks and less. Okay, so if there was a revoked authority that had like 100 trucks, it's probably not going to be useful for you, because you're not getting the numbers for all those trucks, for all those company drivers. You're getting the number for the owner of the company. But in this case, since we are filtering these authorities for 5 trucks or less, so it's usually like 1 or 2 trucks, you will get to speak to the owner directly of this company. So it could be an owner-operator that has his or her own authority, and they're just shutting it down because they cannot survive. Or maybe it was a small company that had like 2 or 3 trucks, and right now they're either looking to put those trucks or that truck under someone else's authority. So if you're a recruiter, you can recruit this truck and have them drive for your own authority or your company's authority. Or if you're a dispatcher and you have you're already working with some authorities in your company, and you can ask these guys to come and work under that authority that you're already dispatching. So in this case, it's a win-win situation for everyone. Your driver, your carrier gets an additional truck, and you get additional percentage because I'm assuming you will also be dispatching this driver as well with their own truck. Now, in the case where this driver is maybe even selling the truck, or they don't want to drive their own truck anymore, most likely they're going to stay in trucking. They're maybe looking for a company to drive for as a company driver. So if you're a recruiter for a company, then you can potentially recruit these people with revoked authorities as company drivers. Or if one of your carrier, has a few trucks of their own, and they need drivers, and most likely they do, then you can offer them this driver. So the possibilities are endless, okay? And now let me show you what it looks like inside real quick, because I see already some questions. Be patient. I will try to answer them, as many as I can. So give me a few minutes. Let me just finish this, and if you have more questions, just ask me here. So when you by the way, right now this is the price that we have for these authorities. It's every month, no contracts, okay? And so these are all the lists, and then also as a bonus we have double brokers list. So that's a bonus. You get there is a confirmed list of trucking companies and brokers that engage in act of double brokering, and you can see that list right here. If you click here, you will see the list of double brokers. So if before a book a load, you can look for an MC number, or their DOT number, or the name of the broker, and you can see their names, and then not take a load with them because they have been confirmed. They have been reported few times that they have been double brokering. So for example, this is the brand new trucking authorities, and here is the list. And like I said, it's updated every business day. You can search by these parameters. You can, let's say you want authorities that have been granted status only on February 7th. You just go here, search, and then you can see all these authorities that have been granted authority status on February 7th. You can see their company names, MC numbers, their personal name, address, phone number, and what they are: their common carrier, contract carrier, broker, mover, anything like that. And then pretty much these lists look all the same, and they will let me see. Oh, it's not this one, this right here, sorry. But then I want to show you the revoked authorities here, because that's the one I was talking about earlier. So this is getting it directly. It's a bit slow because it's getting it directly from the system. So this is not; these are not public pages. This is for members only. So I'm getting it directly from the list here. So these are your revoked authorities, and you can see even their email addresses. And then one more thing before I start going to your questions is that the thing with this revoked authority list is that you can get it from FMCSA, but it's going to be like in a PDF format. Everything is going to be cluttered. It's not going to be searchable. You're not going to be able to search it. But the problem with that list is that it doesn't include the phone number and or the email, for that matter, from that contact. So even if you get it directly from FMCSA, this list, you will not be able to see their phone numbers or the email. But Amra was able to use some magic of his, and he, stitched them together. Okay, so here you also have access to their phone numbers and email addresses. Okay, so let me go to your questions here. I'm gonna turn this off. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So I'll try to answer them as much as I can. Good to see you. Good to see you too. How difficult is it to get loads from Loadboard as a new carrier? As a new carrier, I spoke about this a few times on the channel, and from my phone number is ringing. I can't answer right now. So it's going to be very difficult, of course, because most brokers will not want to work with you. Usually after like 3 or 4 months, then it gets better, and then with time it gets better as well. It used to be that C.H. Robinson and TQL were the only ones that, for sure want to work with you, plus some other brokers. But that lists keeps changing all the time, and brokers will, depending on the markets, they will change the stipulations that they have. Like they want 2 inspections, they want 5 references, they want at least 3 trucks. Things like that. So it keeps changing now. Also, C.H. Robinson and TQL nowadays, they're also strict, and they will not take you as a new carrier for certain loads that they do with some of their customers, because some of their customers will tell them, hey, we don't want a brand new carrier for this load. So even with C.H. Robinson and TQL, it's going to be hard to start working as a new carrier. It's not impossible, and everyone started like that. I started like that twice, and it's not impossible, and you don't have another way to start. The only thing is that you're not gonna have many choices as far as the loads go and brokers. And with time, once you make like a couple of hundreds of phone calls not every day, but like all total, maybe like if you contact like a couple of hundred brokers, and then you make a list for yourself, and you ask them like, hey, how long do I need to be in the business for you, in order for you to work with me? 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, a year. And you make a list using a spreadsheet or something like that, and then when you can work with that particular broker. And as time passes, then you will be able to see, hey, in 7 days I can work with Echo or Coyote or something like that. And then also you make a list for yourself for the brokers that want to work with you. And it's going to be tough, but you will make it. Time flies. Okay, so just settle on doing some basic loads, some basic lanes, and if you ask me like which brokers want to work with you, I don't know, because it keeps changing. But C.H. Robinson and TQL generally are usually the only brokers that will work with you. If we have good markets, then it would be much easier. I remember this company that I have right now. I started when we had really good markets, and I had so much luck. A lot of brokers wanted actually to work with me because they needed to cover those loads, and they were able to bend some rules. I had a nice cover letter, and I suggest that to new carriers as well. Write a nice cover letter. Put it with your everything else, with your documents in your packet. Like you have your authority insurance, W-9, and the factoring notice of assignment. So those are the 4 most important documents that you can have in your packet. You can add more documents if you want to, like your SCAC code, other things. But I would definitely include a cover letter and put it there on top, and tell them about you, who you are, how much experience you have. Like, okay, this may be a brand new trucking authority, but I drove for 2 or 5 or 10 years. I delivered a number of loads safely. Here are my references. Here is my cell phone number, my office number, my email. If you have any questions, call me. Here is my insurance, my bank, my factoring, all of that. So it kind of, for me, that worked. All right. So I was able to make them work with me because I presented myself and my company in a professional way. This answer took longer than I wanted, but hopefully it helped you. Now, depends on trailer sign type, but you're pretty easy. Yeah, it's if you're a brand new authority, it will be harder. If you're a semi-truck, that's always the best option if you have a semi-truck. And I always advise to anyone if they're looking to do hot shot or work with a sprinter van or a box truck, I always tell them no. Just like if you can, just go with a semi-truck. If you have a CDLB, go get CDLA, go with a semi-truck. Go with a semi-truck always. Only if we have really good times, then you can make some decent money driving anything else. But it's always, the semi-trucks are always the best way to I know there's a lot of regulations. They're much harder to drive and buy and all of that, but definitely go with a semi-truck. Okay, 53 for 3 for. I was told not every broker works with new carriers. That's true. Happy to see you back. Thank you. Rates are not too good these days. Well, they're saying that hopefully February is the bottom. In January, we did see an uptick in load rates and then also in load volume. But the problem is that the Fed, they were like towards the end of January, they were promising they were going to cut down the interest rates. And everyone was waiting for that. And maybe that might be the case because they kind of disappointed everyone. They did not cut the interest rates. So I think it could have something to do with that because at the beginning of February, the rates like just went down again a little bit, and there was not that much freight like we used to have in January. So maybe it has something to do with that, with the stocks and the interest rates. Also, it's an election year, so hopefully this will be resolved by the end of this year. Hopefully in summer. Let me see if we have more questions. Dragan, hey Dragan. Working brand new carriers is never easy. Skip it if you have any better options. Yeah, that's correct. Hey Anis, I want to know how to sign in DAT board without MC number. I also spoke about this a few times. I have a couple of videos about this. I also called the DAT board directly and I recorded that conversation, and they told me right now, and they keep changing it, and I'm thinking that pretty soon they're even going to have more restrictions because it's what it is. There are a lot of new dispatchers, especially from overseas, and also a lot of people are complaining. I have my own authority. I get 10, 20 phone calls every day from dispatchers, and it's just crazy. Most of these people, I have to say this, really have no idea what they're doing. They're offering like 8 to 11, like they're saying they can make me $8,000 to $11,000 a week with the drive, and which is impossible. It's a straight out lie. If you want to work with someone and you're trying to get them to work with you, your relationship should not be based on a lie. Like, how can you promise someone that you're going to make them $11,000 gross? There is no way you can do that. There is no way. If we know, and the simple math will tell you, and now I'm not, like, if you have some kind of a contract or something, special, out of ordinary, okay, I respect it and I believe you. But if you're working off of the load boards, and if everyone knows what the average rates are, and the average rate per mile for dry vans right now is just above $2. Okay, let's say it's even two and a half. Let's say it's $2.50. But so if you have to 4,000, so you have to drive 4,000 miles to get $10,000, and all of your loads have to be perfect. All of your loads have to pay 2.5, which is not possible right now. The times have to be perfect. You have to get everywhere on time, and you have to be able to drive like crazy. And with the ELDs right now, 4,000 miles a week is not possible. If someone is cheating in some way, that's different. And if they want to risk it like that, I understand. But that's simply not possible to drive 4,000. Maybe 1 week you can pull it off, maybe, but that's just going to be So there is no way you can make that much money. And these guys are offering that. Now, as far as DAT board goes, I called them. DAT board said you have to have at least one carrier that you're dispatching, meaning you have to have an agreement with them. Okay, they will not give you access to DAT board without an agreement. With at least one carrier, you will have to have a company registered in United States, and you will also have to pay the subscription with a credit or debit card that's based out of United States. So that's going to be very tough. I made some videos, some workarounds, but like it's going to be tougher and tougher each day. Okay, that's all I can say. We can get good rates easily if you have some good. Okay. Just to, Henny just came here to thank you. I'm in this business from last 2 years and started watching it. Thank you for watching me. Thank you very much. You're doing great. Stay blessed. You too. I'm glad my videos were helping. I'm also learning from you guys. I'm learning from Emro. I'm learning from Chris. I'm learning every day too. I was doing 11 gross a week with the reefer. Okay, if you have a good driver, if he's but with the dry van, it's not possible. Okay, well, thanks everyone for watching. If you have more questions, we have a couple of more minutes if you want to ask me. But other than that, hopefully these markets will improve very soon. We're all gonna be able to make some money. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, do so. It will help the channel. And yeah, good luck out there. And then I'll see you guys around. Thanks everyone.